are just moments away from polls closing in Israel as voters decide whether to keep Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in power for a record fifth term. Netanyahu is facing a number of corruption charges and a stiff challenge from retired military chief Benny Gantz, who is seen as more of a leftist candidate. So what impact will the results have on U.S. relations with Israel? Well, joining us now from the Heritage Foundation, Peter Brookes. Peter, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Your expectations as the polls close, are we going to have Netanyahu still in place as Prime Minister of Israel?
Well, I think it's going to be a bit of a nail-biter.
Yeah.
We're not going to know right away. I mean, we're talking about there were 40 parties competing. You have to, it may be hard for any one party, the major parties, the blue and white party and the Likud party, to come out with a majority. And it's probably going to take some time. There's 10,000 polling places. It's going to take some time to have some sort of results. Yeah, I don't think we really know. This campaign seemed to be less about substance and more about other issues, attacks on the other candidates. So we'll have to see. But I think the U.S.-Israeli relations will be in good shape either way.
Really? Even if it's Benny Gantz and it's not Netanyahu, who, by the way, has been campaigning on his friendship and his closeness with President Trump.
I think that this will, whoever is elected, the relationship will survive and do well and thrive. It's a very important relationship. Now, I would say Benny Gantz is more center-right. He's to the left of Netanyahu, no doubt. But the fact is this is a very important relationship when you think about the issues that are involved. Syria, Iran, terrorism with Hamas and Hezbollah, the Middle East peace process. And, the administration is probably going to roll out their plan after this election. They didn't want to get in the way of this election, so they held off. So that's going to come out. So Middle East peace is critical. Israel is a very advanced economy, probably one of the top 20 economies in the world in terms of entrepreneurship and advanced high tech, very important in that way. And of course, we have a long history with Israel of friendship and alliance. So I think the relationship will do well no matter who is elected.
Pivotal, I would say, in the Middle East in dealing with the neighbors like Iran, as you mentioned. But what about the corruption scandals? Do you think that eventually will bite on Netanyahu in the vote?
Well, I leave that up to the court system in Israel. I'm certainly,
it's not a good look, though, wouldn't you say, Peter?
Right. Well, that was a lot of the campaigning was about, these issues. Look, Israel's a democracy. It's a vibrant democracy. It has freedom of the courts. It has judicial freedom. They will work this out. I'm not worried about that. But yes, if these charges are true, and they're more than allegations, then it could affect Netanyahu if he is reelected. And he would be the longest-serving prime minister if he is reelected again in Israel's history.
That's right. In fact, even now, he's been the leader for a fifth of Israel's
10 years.
Yeah, that's right. 13, actually.
Well, he had a previous term back in the 1990s.
Yes. Yeah, but you don't think it'll have an impact on U.S.-Israel relations whatsoever if Benny Gantz walks in? That's really surprising because, you've seen Netanyahu come to the U.S. many, many times. He's thanked President Trump most recently for recognizing the Golan Heights. I would say that, some people think that there might be a risk that U.S.-Israeli relations might be strained if it's not Netanyahu.
Well, we can talk about that and we can speculate, but the fact of the matter is this is for the Israelis to decide, right? And it is a democracy, and they have all of these parties and these voters. We'll see what happens with that. But I still think that the relationship will be strong because of our common interests and our shared values as democracies. So I'm not really concerned about that.
Peter, thank you. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.